Turn this camera around and then go this way. Nah, dang, that sucks. All right, I guess I have to be in the vertical mode. Welcome everybody, episode number 36 of Scaling My Business to $1 Million. For those that don't know, here on this channel I share with you my whole journey of being a cog in the machine to then becoming self-aware and running the machine, letting it allow itself to work for me, with me, and in unison with everything, the universe, Allah, God, whatever you want to call it. And on this series, this episode in this series, I want to share with you where I am in this journey, man. Give you kind of an update. Last night, I made a trip out to New Mexico. That's a 3-4 hour drive from where I'm at. And I get to the location where we're supposed to be doing a strip and wax for a gas station. We got a contract to do VCT, stripping and waxing. And apparently nobody loves doing stripping and waxing out here in this area of Southern Colorado. So I've been calling around at least, I want to say 30 companies. And I would say less than 10% of them do stripping and waxing. And of that 10%, there was people that were interested. And of that 10%, one actually went through. So I'll touch on that later. But, you know, I'm out here in CSU Pueblo. I went to CSU up north, but now I'm down south. And I just want to walk around the campus, do this live. But I want to keep this short. So as I get to this location last night, I'm excited to do this strip and wax. I check into my Airbnb, get everything ready, eat, get my grub on. Time's probably about 8 p.m. And I pull up, right? And I tell them like, hey, I talked to some of the workers there. My name's Maj. I'm here to do the strip and wax for you. They're like, huh? I'm like, yeah, strip and wax. You don't know what I'm talking about? No. So I didn't think much of it. I was like, okay, whatever, man. You need me to sign anything? And I tell them, no, we're good to go. Oh, here comes that wind. I think I'm gonna go back this way. These buildings were actually blocking that wind from hitting. There's like nobody on this campus, bro. It's like dead silent. This is wild. It's a dead campus. Anyways, I get my stuff set up, tell them what we're about to do, and I'm thinking in my head, man, I'm gonna be here till tomorrow morning, and this is not good. I'm not happy to be here until tomorrow morning. So after hearing that, one of the guys comes out, he's the assistant manager, I think, on site. And how do I word this? In the back of my head, I was thinking, you know what? This would suck if I end up not doing this job and I go home. And he says to me, hey man, I got my district manager on the phone and they weren't even aware of this. Bruh. When I tell you my heart sank, it sank low, Titanic low. I was distraught, but I didn't let it show on my face because these things happen, right? As being a business owner, you just kind of have to be prepared for this type of shit. It happened before, I think maybe a few episodes ago. You guys can check it out. I went to one of their locations and they closed. Therefore, I just ended up going home. But that drive is only an hour. This one, cumulatively, the driving is going to be about 6 hours, you know, and driving out 3 hours to realize that you then have to turn back the next day. So that didn't hit me in the right spot. Ended up reaching out to my point of contact, and they were like, you know what, we never heard of this. Long story short, the communication aspect fell short because there's so many people involved in this deal that we have. Hey, for those tuning in, let me know where you're coming in live from. Would love to know. Check it out. I'm out here, CSU Pueblo, just walking around campus doing the live. So I get that update and I'm thinking, all right, on my way back, because I'm thinking, all right, I don't want to do this anymore. I should have, if I could do it all over again, I would have just reached out to all of these companies that do VCT, stripping and waxing, reach out to at least 50 to 100 and ask them, hey, do you do VCT tile and flooring? What are your prices? Send them the location and the approximate size. I should have got off my lazy ass and measured out these properties. I didn't even know the measurements. I just said yes, didn't read the agreements. And, you know, this is the result of all that stuff. So I'm just happy to be able to share the story with you guys, because I feel like this could have been avoided if I was able to just take action on the impulsive thoughts that I've had, saying, hey, reach out to somebody, see what this price should be. You don't have enough bandwidth to take this on yourself. Turns out we actually bidded them pretty low. We should have bidded them maybe 50 cents to even 75 cents higher. So I'm still learning about this, you know, like I share this whole journey so that you guys can understand how to go about obstacles, because you're going to come across obstacles during this whole journey. This one in itself is a huge one. You know, I've spent time away from my family. I spent time away from, you know, other business activities that can assist with growing. And this was a whole growth moment in itself. And it made me realize that there's so much to working on the business than working in the business. Like the leverage of working on the business is 10x than being in the field working in the business. And I have to drive that through my head. My head is so thick from just working and doing technical work that I think to myself all the time, subconsciously, right? That it's all right, I'll do the work myself. And that way of thinking has got me into a whirlwind of shit that just keeps piling on to the point where I'm now able to see it and I'm digging my way out. So me sharing this journey with you guys is getting me to that point where I can just be like, hey, this is where we're at. Now I know where I need to be. Y'all hold me accountable along this journey, and I'm gonna share it with you guys so that you know how you can just scale this up yourself. Because this shit's easy, bro. It's easy. Okay, let me take it back. It's simple, but it's not easy. Like I could have just made phone calls. It literally took me less than 4 hours consecutively, or not consecutively, but collectively, to make these calls and find somebody else that could do the job. Like, long story short, I didn't tell y'all. I found somebody that can do the job tomorrow. I have to send out the agreements to make sure that we're all in compliance, get their W-9, 1099, all that shit, and they'll be able to knock out the job. But yeah, man, I actually have to text them right now once we get off this live. That in itself has been huge. I got to keep reaching out to some more companies just to be safe. I'm realizing that there's people that say yes, but sometimes you need a backup just in case. Just contingency plan in this field is huge, because it's all about relationships, right? Like I wouldn't have gotten these accounts if I didn't have the relationships that I have. So I got to keep developing those relationships and keeping my people happy, you know. But anyways, where y'all coming in live from? Please drop it down below. I'm saying hello from Pueblo at the campus CSU out here. I don't want to say go Rams, but I think they're the Lobos out here or something. I don't really know. Their campus is very, hey, Saharunto. I think that's how you pronounce it. What's going on? Yeah, their campus is kind of dead right now. There's like nobody out here. Anyways, y'all, I'm gonna hop off. I gotta head back home. Got another 2 hours to make my drive. I gotta eat some food. Thanks for tuning in. It's your boy Maj. Remember to like, share, subscribe on my content here. If you do mesh with the message, definitely let me know. Want to hear more about your guys' journey, you know, what you guys are into, what your current week's been going like. I have another live that I'll be doing here shortly, so please check that out. It's the outside of the box thinking, where I share with y'all some thoughts that most people aren't thinking. Like, just think of the masses and then think of the 1%. We're that 1%, while the other 99% is inside that box. So if you're tuning in, you're viewing this message, you are a part of that 1%. And I wish you nothing but success, growth, and love. It's your boy Maj tuning out. Peace.